I heard about this program at GPI through my significant other. He works for CDC. He had gotten an email from one of his colleagues who was helping advertise this whole initial push for a Tribal Nations news desk. He had given me the application via email and he encouraged me to fill it out, which I did, and I submitted it and I became a finalist, and that's how I got to be associated with them. I've always liked to write in a personal journal, like poetry, things of that nature. I never really thought of pursuing a career in journalism. I did a lot of reporting while I was in Afghanistan as part of the female engagement team. It was my main objective to do so, to bridge a cultural gap, but I never really thought of pursuing it as a career, but I'm really glad that I am now.
I heard about GPI through Facebook. I seen a link about looking for writers, journalists, and I've had a compassion for writing. I've always been a writer in my own sense of keeping journals when I was growing up and doing a lot of writing. I did a lot of, developed into a lot of grant writing work, and to me grant writing was always easy because it was a belief in myself that if there was a need and if I had a passion for it, that it was easy to write and convey that in words. And so I immediately opened the link to this opportunity that GPI had and submitted it, not really thinking where this would go or where I would be today here in Texas learning. I'm thinking what in my writings is to tell the stories that are out there that are happening, but focusing on the needs, but also focusing on the positives. And when I say about the needs, there's always this needs addressing the suicide issues, infant mortality rates, the needs of our tribe, and writing about those, but always conveying the message of that there's positive outcomes also going on in our community.
What I hope to achieve out of this is to empower my peers as a younger generation to be proud of who they are and where they come from as Lakota people. And doing so, I want to reach out to those older generation, my elders, my aunts, my uncles' generations, and bring back the teachings that we have. I want to address those hard to write about and talk about issues, in the community that nobody's really addressing. I want to be able to inspire people with the written word, because I firmly believe that reading something emotional or powerful can change one's life. What a lot of people fail to realize is that reading a book can make someone happy. It can bring so much depth to their life. It can cause them to reevaluate themselves as a person, and I think that personally that it's helped me. Reading has helped me, if it's an article, a human interest piece, politics, what have you, or even a fiction or nonfiction book. Something has always struck, with the great articles and someone who actually is passionate about writing and shows that through their writing. I have always been able to find something to relate to that. So that's why I hope to achieve through my writing is to be able to empower people and be able to show as many people as I possibly can that there is change that can be made, and all we have to do is just work a little bit harder than what we're used to, and take ourselves out of that comfort zone and do it together.